Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing at Luton Airport in 5 minutes. Would you fasten your seatbelts, please, and extinguish your cigarettes? The weather at Luton is reported to be fine, but cold.
Landing gear.
Landing gear check. Drain down. 3 greens. Fully established on ILS. 6 miles to go, sir.
Thank you. Luton approach, Golf 44 Bravo. Fully established on ILS, over.
Roger, Golf 44 Bravo, established on ILS. At outer marker, contact Luton Tower on 120.2. Approach out.
There's the outer marker. 4 miles to go, sir.
Thank you. Luton Tower, Golf 44 Bravo. Outer marker inbound, over.
Roger, Golf 44 Bravo, clear to land, runway 26. Surface wind 010 at 5. Visibility 2 kilometers. Cloud base 300 feet. QFE is 1006.
There's the middle marker. 3/4 miles from runway.
Oh, I see it. Golf 44 Bravo, we have visual contact.
Captain Rolfe has just landed, sir.
I see he used to be a senior captain.
He still is a senior captain.
No, I mean on the big stuff. Now he's with the charter company. What happened?
Well, he was the wrong age for retraining on jumbos.
So he took his redundancy pay and got another job.
And quite a lot of them in that age group did the same thing.
Money in the bank, I suppose. Didn't notice when he had his last medical.
About 6 weeks ago.
You know a lot about it?
He's a friend.
Of long standing?
Yes.
Is that why you don't like this, Mr. Warner?
I think it's unnecessary. Captain Rolfe is a careful, conscientious pilot with 20,000 flying hours to his credit. His report can't be discounted.
Well, I agree, absolutely. But it's a matter of convincing the Germans, isn't it?
Okay, chaps, I'll see you on Friday.
Good night, sir.
Ah, Hamish, I'm sorry to drag you up here at this time of night. This is Mr. Samuels, Air Safety Division, Captain Rolfe.
Pleased to meet you, Captain.
How do you do?
Take a seat, Hamish. Like some coffee?
Oh, no, thanks. I seem to have had nothing else for the past 2 hours.
Did you have a good trip, Captain?
No different from usual.
Nobody buzzed you this time, eh?
Is that what this is about?
We've had a report from Hamburg.
Well, look, I had an hour with the ATC there this evening. I couldn't tell them anything further.
Well, you don't mind if we just run through it once again?
Yeah, well, actually, I do rather. I've had a long spell on duty and I've got 48 hours off now.
For my benefit, Captain. You see, the Germans don't accept it.
Yes, I know, but there's nothing I can do about that.
At that time, they say there was nothing within 8 miles of you.
Well, officially, no, that's obvious.
Unofficially?
Well, a cowboy flying without lights through a controlled zone.
It wasn't detected on their radar.
Well, I don't know. Possible we masked it.
Yes. You were on the same course? Airway Blue 1?
I just reported passing the Umstelt NDB.
So you were still key to Hamburg departure control?
Yes.
Go on, please.
It was a minute or so after that We were climbing to 15,000, which I set height. My first officer made some sort of joke. Something to do with the weather, I think. I can't remember.
Well, this must be what they used to call a bomber's moon, sir.
Say again.
Well, you can see everything down there.
God!
What the hell?
Bloody mad bastard!
What, an aircraft?
Didn't you see it? My God, he was climbing right into us.
What was it? You okay, sir?
Yes, I didn't see it properly.
Hadn't we better inform Hamburg, sir?
Yes. Will you see how the passengers are, Mr. Forrest?
Right, sir.
Hamburg, Golf 44 Bravo. Unidentified aircraft without navigation lights. At flight level 147. Repeat, 147. Over.
Roger, Golf 44 Bravo. Maintain your flight course.
Hello, Zoe. Sorry about that. Everything all right back there?
Hello? Golf 44 Bravo. Can you give me more information?
Golf 44 Bravo. Aircraft is heading approximately 047. Over.
Golf 44 Bravo. Can you give me a description, please?
Golf 44 Bravo. Well, I only saw it for half a second. I lost it as soon as I took evading action. Over.
Any detail would help. Tail-mounted engines?
No, I think there were 4 engines props. I couldn't make out any markings. Over.
Roger, Golf 44 Bravo. We are checking into it. Your lucky night, eh?
Lucky night. I couldn't believe he hadn't hit us.
All right, thank you, Zoe. Stewardess reports everything's all right back there, so 1 or 2 bruises, that's all.
Oh, good. Cruise power, Mr. Follett.
Cruise power check. She told her we hit an air pocket.
Well, I don't suppose any of them saw it.
As far as we're aware, you were the only person who saw it, Captain Rolfe.
Yes, so it seems.
Unless the other pilot. But you say he was slightly ahead of you and climbing on a collision course.
Well, he should have seen us as we turned, because we passed right above him.
You see, everyone's prepared to admit that near misses of this sort in controlled airspace are not anymore just a remote possibility. There have been too many reported incidents over the past 2 years.
Oh, well, isn't it about time something was done about it?
That's why we make these investigations.
Well, I can't really add anything else to what I've already said, because I didn't see anything else.
Oh, that's a pity. The trouble is one usually has the reports of both pilots to go on.
Was he saying he didn't see anything?
He didn't say anything. The Germans are saying that there's no record of another aircraft in the vicinity.
Well, in other words, a cock-up in their ground control.
It's a possibility.
Well, what else?
Not that I'm sure they won't be the first to admit it once all the facts are known.
What facts? There must have been an aircraft there.
But they don't deny it. They simply can't trace it. It's a pity you didn't see this other plane more clearly.
Well, next time I'm within a microsecond of a collision, I must remember to take a photograph.
No one's denying you handled the situation admirably, Captain. Of course... Well, we'll have to ask Hamburg to go on checking. It's possible they might still turn something up.
Depends how hard they look.
They're very thorough people, you know. Anyhow, I'm much obliged to you, Captain.
We're finished.
Sorry to have delayed you. If we do learn anything, of course you'll be informed.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, Captain.
Dinner tomorrow. Ross said to remind you.
Well, I've got rather a lot on tomorrow, Frank, and I'm putting the car in for service.
Oh, I can pick you up.
Oh, I don't know, seems a lot of trouble.
No sweat, old man. She said I hadn't to take no for an answer.
Oh.
Wants to see you.
Oh, no, I surrender.
Only possible thing to do. I'll pop round about 7.
Likewise.
Nice chap.
I think so.
Is he married?
His wife died 2 weeks ago. They've been married over 20 years.
I see.
Oh, he hides his feelings.
Is that a good thing? Sometimes I wonder if that isn't one of our national failings. The psychiatrists tell us there's a lot to be said for the wailing and threshing of limbs, continental fashion. Has he any kids?
Huh? Oh, a married daughter.
And she's looking after him, I suppose.
No, she's in Africa. She and her husband run a mission out there.
Religious, eh? Is Captain Rolfe religious?
I have no idea. No, he isn't. Why?
Help sometimes if one can get the background.
How does it help?
Well, the more one knows about a chap. Of course, the pilots don't like it. Intrusion.
You're not suggesting that Captain Rolfe invented the whole thing?
I am not. But the Germans seem to have that idea. After all, there are only two possibilities. Either he's wrong or they are.
What's your opinion?
I've only just begun my inquiry.
If they're suggesting he jeopardized his aircraft and the lives of his passengers because of some optical illusion, well, then they're talking through their bratwurst.
Do you think I should tell them that?
Why not?
Very good. Good night, Mr. Morley.
Evening, Frank. Door's open. Don't make me come down.
Wouldn't you like me to get Roz to help you with this?
Yes, I thought it was a 10-minute job till I started.
Yes, what are you going to do with them?
Well, Oxfam take this sort of thing, don't they?
Well, someone would make you an offer.
What, Portobello Road, you mean? Oh, I don't fancy the idea. Night of fashion for a first-year divinity student.
You know, you should get away for a while, Hamish. Take some leave.
Oh, why do you say that?
Well, it's just that you've had a bit of a hard time lately, that's all. Do you good.
No, I'm perfectly all right.
Just
You're not sitting on my jacket by any chance? No.
No.
Oh, no. Sorry. It's kind of Roz to invite me.
No confidence in the chap's ability to cook for himself.
Miss Jenny was the same. I remember when I was on the Joburg run, she used to be up at dawn to make sure I had a good Scottish breakfast lying uneasily under my third button.
What is a Scotch breakfast?
Well, in Jenny's case, it was normally porridge and a fry-up and some tatty scones with marmalade. Do you think Roz would like any of this?
What is it?
Well, she called it her quote jewellery.
Oh, good God, man, you can't give that away. What about, Moira?
Offered it, doesn't want it. Personal adornment, you see. Well, she wrote saying that all she wanted was her mother's eternity ring as a keepsake. Which is no fool, it's the only decent thing Jenny had.
Well, aren't you being a little hard on her?
Well, she could have come to the funeral, Frank. It's not that far.
Well?
I offered her the fare, you know. But she said she'd be with me in spirit. Well, she should have been with me in that bloody car.
I'm sure she would have been, but with it happening so quickly...
I can't spend every day dunking blacks in the upper Zambezi. Look, I'll bring it along. There might be something she fancies.
Did you enjoy that then, Hamish?
I thought it was absolutely delicious.
Look, Frank, aren't they pretty?
What happened?
I don't think I could really wear them, Hamish. My ears aren't pierced. But thank you. Oh, remember I had one of these, Frank?
Yes, so you did.
Yeah, what is it?
It's one of those brooches the RAF lads used to make out of bits of perspex.
Oh. I didn't know she kept that.
Did you give it to her?
No, I think she got that from David.
David? Oh, yes.
Remember all those Spitfire brooches they used to make out of pennies?
It's not to mention the Spitfires they made out of cigarette lighters.
That hoary old joke comes from mixing with too many Battle of Britain types.
So I remember when I was a first officer, I used to laugh at it regularly. Otherwise, I didn't get a chance to do a landing.
I know. Brandy.
Fine.
How about you, darling? A liqueur?
I think I'll just clear these things away first. Thank you, Hamish.
Strange, isn't it, about those wartime heroes?
How do you mean, strange?
Well, I mean, We were at school then, and they were just heroes to us, weren't they? I remember I was in the school ATC.
Well, me too.
Thank you. And I nearly didn't get my matric because I spent so much time with aircraft recognition. I knew them all, you know. Dorniers, Heinkels, Messerschmitts. As well as our own Spitz and Harriers.
Typhoons, mosquitoes.
I'll leave you two to it. I'll go make some more coffee.
So I kept a diary during the war. How many of ours and how many of theirs were shot down. And yet today, those same chaps we hero worshipped, see, they're the ones we spend our time kicking against and sucking up to. They're the ones with the top jobs in the power, while we've... That's all very odd.
It's just a question of seniority. Promotion. Our turn will come.
Well, yours might. I'm just a glorified bus driver. Not so glorified, come to think of it. What sort of a screw do you think a chap like Samuels makes?
Oh, I see. I was wondering what had sparked this off.
Not really. No, just typified it. And couldn't you feel the contempt and complacency?
Oh, I think you're exaggerating.
Maybe. Maybe. Still, it's there. And I've no doubt he feels perfectly justified. Next squadron leader. DFC and Bar, no doubt. There's the trouble with the whole airline business today. We were born at the wrong time, Frank. Strange what a difference a couple of years can make.
You mean because the war was inconsiderate enough to stop just before we joined the RAF? That we were denied the chance to prove ourselves?
Something like that, yes.
No, it's just a job, Hamish. The romance went out of flying in Amy Johnson's day.
Well, maybe I should have been more like you, snapping up the first ground job that was offered.
Oh, if you want a ground job, I might wangle something.
Oh, what have you in mind? Driving a fuel buzzer, a luggage porter?
I just thought...
There's nothing wrong with me, you know.
Well, who said there is?
All these heavy suggestions about taking a rest. What did Samuel say about me?
Samuel?
Oh, come on, I can put two and two together.
It's nothing to do with Samuels. In fact, he's supporting you.
I'd speak of him.
Just so damn touchy, Hamish. We only want to help you. Oh, come on, have another drink.
No, thanks. It's time I was going anyway.
Oh, I'll get the car.
No, I'd rather walk.
You sure?
Look, Frank, you don't have to take me home. You don't have to tuck me up in bed. And you don't have to feed me with calf's foot jelly, all right?
If you say so.
Well, I'll just say good night to Ross. You know, I'm still a better pilot than those computer mechanics they're hiring today. I'm off, Ross.
Oh, Hamish, aren't you going to stay and have some more coffee?
No, I'm feeling a bit tired.
Well, at least...
Thank you for a lovely evening.
Well, let me see you to the door. Good night, Hamish.
Good night.
What was all that about?
I suppose neither of us has realized how hard it's hit him. Jenny's death. You'd think... Well, I suppose even an unhappy marriage is still a marriage, and when it's over, what is there?
Oh, he's left all these things of hers.
He wants you to have them. Well, he's clearing the decks.
Oh. You put your foot in it.
Yes, I know. Do you think he noticed?
Yes, of course he noticed.
I'd really completely forgotten about Jenny being married before. I mean, David, it was just a name to me for the moment.
I don't think Hamish ever forgot it.
Oh, surely. Well, how long did it last?
It was about 6 months before he was killed.
Yes, on a bombing mission out east. Well, that's what I mean. It was only a wartime thing.
Wartime things were the big romances, Frank. You ought to know that.
Well, it hardly seems fair all the same. 6 months against 20 years?
I don't think the rules of cricket really apply to marriage, darling. It can be a much more destructive game than that. Poor Hamish. He was always second best.
Oh, isn't that rather a woman's magazine idea?
Yes, I suppose so, but she was that sort of woman. I think that was really the problem between them. Except Hamish could never see it. He loved her.
Yes, I suppose he must have done.
Bloody mad bastard.
What an aircraft!
Did we see it? My God, he was gliding right into us.
What was it?
You course, skipper. 214 magnetic.
Boyton 391. Speaking. Oh, hello. No, it's not early for me. What happened? Have they? Oh, did they? Well, aren't they a magnanimous bunch of bastards?
A DC-8, eh?
A Dutch plane on a training flight. Apparently it was miles off course.
It must have been.
Anyway, the Germans are quite satisfied it was the plane you saw. They're eating humble sauerkraut and blaming the Dutch. Samuel says there's a hell of a row going on.
I bet there is, yes.
So, that's all right then, isn't it?
What do you mean? I'm in the clear?
Absolutely. I thought I'd come straight round and tell you. Oh, and bring you this. Ros nicked a bracelet, I believe.
Oh, good. Yes, that's fine. Thank you. You know, Frank.
What?
Oh, well, it's nothing now, but everyone was so damn certain there was no plane, I was beginning to wonder myself if there was one.
Well, that's natural enough.
No, I mean that I imagined it.
But you didn't, did you?
No.
So, forget it.
No, it's just that... Anyway. A DC-8, eh?
That's right.
And they're absolutely certain?
Well, of course they're certain. Samuels is sending me over a special copy of the report. You can see it if you like.
No, that's perfectly all right. What a lovely morning.
Yes, at the moment, forecast is there's a nasty patch of filth on the way.
Have you ever heard of a place called South Edge, Frank? It was an old bomber station.
No, can't say I have. Why?
Boyton 765. Speaking. Oh, good morning, Captain Driscoll. Hamburg this afternoon? Oh, couldn't you... No, it's just that it's my rest day, is all. No, I've no particular objection. All right, yes, I'll wait to hear from you. Seems I'm indispensable.
Boyton 391, please. Ros, it's me. I may be working a bit late. No, it's just the usual. No, you do that. Give them my love. Listen, Ros, you don't remember where Jenny's first husband was stationed before he went out east? Oh, no, of course not. I just thought you might have mentioned a name at some time. Oh, I see. Well, it's not important. I'll pick her up there, shall I? Fine. Bye. Yes?
Mr. Samuels is here, sir.
Right, send him in, will you?
Thank you. Sorry to be so late. I had a meeting over at Manston, which took all afternoon.
Well, not another unidentified aircraft.
No, much more mundane. Recommended tire pressures in relation to landing speeds. You finished with the report?
Yes, thank you. They did a very thorough job, the Germans.
Did you discuss it with Captain Rolfe?
No, I told him the main findings. He wasn't interested in the details. I think he'd rather forget the whole incident.
Best thing. Anyway, I'm glad it was all cleared up. I hope Captain Rolfe didn't think... We have a certain method of inquiry.
Oh, quite. No, I'm sure he understood your problem.
Is there anything else, Mr. Worley?
What? Oh, Linda, just this. Sorry to have kept you. Good night.
Good night, then. Oh, Mr. Hutchins rang you. He's going to ring again tomorrow.
No message?
Only that he could find no record of South Edge Airfield. He checked back to 1939.
Well, I should think that's far enough. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Delving into history?
No, not really. It was just something I was curious about.
What was that about South Edge?
Well, someone was saying the other day that it used to be a bomber field, and I couldn't remember it, so I thought I'd check.
Your friend was right.
Not according to our military historian.
South Edge was the wireless code name for Mottisham. I flew from it.
You were in the RAF?
I was a squadron leader.
Really?
Well, I'll go and get a bite to eat and make tracks for town. I still have an awful lot of paperwork to get through.
That report. There was just one thing I couldn't quite understand.
Oh?
The flight path of that DC-8. The nearest point it reached to Rolf's plane was 15 miles. I'm sure it can be explained.
Very simply. That was the projected course given by the pilot. The actual course could only be verified by ground radar. And as we know, for some reason, it wasn't plotted.
Yes, of course.
Obviously, he drifted much further west.
The other thing is that, well, when he spoke to Hamburg Ground Control just after it happened, Captain Rolf said that he thought it was a piston engine plane. The DC-8 is a jet.
He said himself he didn't see it clearly. He did say it had 4 engines.
True. Well, anyway, as long as the experts are happy.
Aren't you? You were defending him to me yesterday.
I still am. No, I'm quite sure you're right. It's absurd of me to attach any significance to it. It's only that he did seem surprised it was a DC-8.
I think if we were to suggest to Hamburg there was another intruder in the area, we'd get a very dusty answer.
Of course.
Domestic supplies off.
Domestic supplies off. Check.
Beacon lamp on.
Beacon lamp on.
Your check's complete, Mr. Armstrong?
All correct. Ready for startup, sir.
Good. Thank you. Hamburg Ground, Golf 44 Bravo. Request startup clearance.
Roger, Golf 44 Bravo. Clear to start your engines.
Brakes.
Brakes applied. Check. Pressure.
The captain to ground, clear to start. Right, start 4.
Running.
Start 3.
Running.
How would you like to try a night takeoff, Mr. Floyd?
Fine, sir. I should never ask.
Start 2. Now, you know our all-up weight. Which runway do you want?
Oh, I should think, 2-3, sir.
That's one of my favorites.
2 running.
And start 1.
All systems normal, ready to taxi, sir.
Thank you. Captain to ground, remove ground power and shocks. It looks a bit hazy over there. You better check the RVR.
Right, sir. Hamburg Tower, Golf 44 Bravo. Request visual range, please, on runway 23.
Golf 44 Bravo. Your RVR on 23 is now 1,000 meters. Are you ready to taxi?
44 Bravo affirmative. Request taxi clearance to runway 23.
Okay, Golf 44 Bravo. You're cleared to move to runway 23. Hold at the end of runway for incoming traffic.
44 Bravo. Brakes off.
Wally. Oh, hello, Ross.
stupid of me. Of course, I remember about David. He did his training in Canada, and they sent him to Scotland when he got back. Jenny went up there to be with him. Then they sent him out east.
As far as you know, he was never at a base called Mottisham.
Where's that? East Anglia? No, I'm sure he was never there. Why? Did Hamish say something?
No, not really. It's just me being a bit stupid. Look, forget it. I'll pick you up later, hmm? Fine. Bye.
Would you like to order a drink, sir?
You know me, dear. I'm Sir Miss Arthur.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Shaw. I didn't see you come before.
Not surprised. I thought I called the wrong place.
They're going to a football match.
Oh, I gather.
Well, it brightens things up a bit, doesn't it?
You are English? Yeah, yes. Arthur Shaw. Herr Shaw. This is Hilda. This is my good friend Franz. No, thank you.
Oh, it's very good for you.
Yes, but I don't drink. Thank you. Please, we have plenty. Well, just a little then, thank you.
Good, yeah?
Oh, excellent. Thanks. More, come on.
We are coming to England to beat you.
I shouldn't be too sure.
Excuse me, please.
Weser at 22:35, sir. Shall I do it?
Please.
Go 44 Bravo. Weser at 35. Flight level at 150. ETA Dogger at 2300, over.
Go 44 Bravo.
Okay for autopilot.
All righty. The old cloud's thickening up, sir. Be solid Q-nim all the way now.
Skipper, flagship ahead.
Shall I order some coffee, sir?
Yes, yes, if you like.
Oh, hello, Zoe. Can we have some coffee up here, please? Oh, just a minute. Mike?
Please.
3, please, sir. Thank you.
How far are we from Dogger?
40 miles, sir.
I think I'll have a wash. Trouble?
Needle flutter, sir.
That's not the first time I've had a fault on their panel.
I've reported it twice, sir. It's been checked.
Not very thoroughly, apparently.
Seems to be an intermittent defect just on that one circuit, sir. I'll report it again.
Yes, please do that. I shall log it on the flight record.
He's in a grouchy mood tonight.
Yeah. It's funny, it was all sunshine and smiles earlier on, but only it's been for weeks.
It's only a bloody amateur.
Oh, the needle jump, Mike. It shouldn't, you know. It really shouldn't.
If a cutout sticks for a second, you'd get a surge, won't you? What do you expect them to do? Take the whole damn plane apart?
If this won't allow much longer, it'll fall apart all by itself.
Fischer wins the Championship of Europe this year. Inter Milan beat Hamburg last year, didn't they? That was the referee. We should have had 2 penalties.
Yes.
Richtig, Franz?
Oh, yes, right. We should have had 2 penalties.
Wolverhampton beat Inter Milan. Have some schnapps. Listen. Coventry beat Wolves at Molyneux the other week, so they're bound to beat you all. Tomorrow, I think we shall win by 2 goals to nothing. You're dreaming. 2-0? Having Coventry come to Hamburg, We shall win by 5 goals to nothing. Your husband's an optimist.
Oh, he is not my husband. He's my husband over there.
That is right. But sometimes we swap us, huh?
Is everyone all right?
Yes, sir, they seem to be.
Oh.
Thank you.
Are they looking after you all right, are they? Well, we should be at Luton.
Bill's on his way back to give you a hand.
Yes, yes, I'm fine. You look after the
Yes, sir. Will you fasten your seatbelts, everybody, please? Fasten your seatbelts, please. Will everybody fasten their seatbelts?
It's all right. There's nothing to worry about.
Everybody's seatbelts fastened, please.
What happened?
I think the autopilot dozed off, sir.
What?
We seem to have a major systems failure, sir.
What's the score, Mr. Armstrong?
Lost number 1 buzz. Number 2 is okay now.
Any other damage?
We're short of radio.
ADF's packed up, sir.
Yes. The compass is all right.
Numbers 1 and 2 check with the standby, sir. They're back on course.
Right, I have control. Check the VOR.
Dead, sir.
Try the comm frequency.
London Control, this is Golf 44 Bravo. How do you read me, over? London Control, this is Golf 44 Bravo. Do you read me, over? Not a buddy chirrup,
Well,
sir.
we may be transmitting but not receiving, so call them every few minutes.
Right, sir.
I can't find anything wrong, sir.
We've lost our ADF signals and both VOR sets seem to be out of action.
Both of them?
Yes, so you'd better think of something and rather quickly.
Understand.
Well, it must be something electrical, Mike, surely.
Take the ground to air missiles and knock out everything like that.
London Control, Golf 44 Bravo. Do you read me, over?
Wally. Lost contact. Well, what time should he have reported? Right, I'll come over. Wally here. I want to page the restaurant, Mr. Samuels. I shall be in the control tower.
Seem to be in a bit of trouble, sir. Try flying a reciprocal bearing.
Well, back to Germany. This weather would be going with us.
We can get ahead of it, sir.
No, Luton's clear.
The cloud base at Luton, sir, was 1,500 feet, visibility down to 500 meters.
Oh, that sounds possible.
Listen, we weren't flying blind. I think it'd be safer if we turned back, sir.
No, I don't agree. Without radio comm, I'd rather stick to the flight plan.
If we turn back, sir, we might be able to get a visual bearing.
Well, that's what I intend to do. Either we get below this weather, or else we try and climb above it and get an astral fix. Well, I prefer to go below it.
I hope you're right, sir.
Jock, can you do something about that elevator? She's handling like a brick. Not a thing. The fire's welded the cables. Someone's got a flamer on the right. Keep your eyes peeled, chaps. 214 magnetic, skipper. Take us to South Edge. Got you. Aye, you better be right, Bill. It's a straight line to the bacon and eggs, old man.
214 degrees, sir. How far, of course, would you say we are?
Not more than a mile or so.
But you've just turned us through 15 degrees.
Well, maybe we're not. Flying us blind, as you think.
How's the ADF now, sir?
Still dead.
Hell. Can't figure this at all. It's just not possible.
We're having the plot relayed from West Drayton.
He must be miles off course.
On his present course, he'll cross the coast somewhere near Cromer.
Are you sure it's the right aircraft?
Quite sure. They picked up the Echo 7 miles west of Dogger.
Well, that means he's got a radio breakdown. He's flying blind.
It's the worst possible night for it, too.
We've got to contact him somehow. Try the radio again.
Flyway Charters, Golf 44 Bravo. This is Luton approach. Over. Golf 44 Bravo. Do you read? Over.
I think he's losing height.
We're losing altitude, John. Both port engines on course pitch. Aye, I can hear them. We may have to ditch, chaps. I thought we had. My feet are getting wet. Come on, Popsy, old girl. You can make it. Come on. Skip, he's full of morphine. Oh, shut him up, for God's sake. It's bad enough trying to fly this crate without that row. Well, he'll shut up soon, Skip. He's got no legs left. I think that's the coast ahead now, Skip. Yes, it is.
We should be about Woodbridge by now, sir.
We're over the coast, then.
Perhaps. Luton approach, Luton approach. This is Golf 44 Bravo, inbound from Hamburg. Flight level 70. Estimated, repeat, estimated position, Woodbridge. We are not receiving signals.
What's the forecast QFE for Luton?
1004, sir.
Must try and get under this cloud.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing at Luton. Would you fasten your seatbelts, please, and extinguish your cigarettes? Flyaway Charters, hope you have enjoyed your journey. Thank you.
It's funny. They usually tell you what the weather's like.
In England, it does rain all the time.
Oh, be fair. Frans, how far can we land? It looks foggy out there.
In England, it is foggy every day.
Oh, don't believe everything you hear.
Fasten everybody your seatbelt, Mr. Shaw.
Oh, sorry. They don't like to lose their regular customers, you know.
We're just about out of fuel, John. Aye, sir. And I'm afraid the CO2's gone for a bufton. What? There's a hole the size of half a crown in it. Must have been that shell. So how do we get the undercard down? With no hydraulics? Belly landing, sir. Can I get out now, please, sir? Hey, Haggis, when did you last see half a crew? Oh, give it a rest. All right, you tighty, just cut the chat.
Down to 3,000, sir.
So I'm going down to 1,500.
Skip. Yeah? Kiwi. Up he's headed, Skip. He's gone cold. Poor old He almost made it.
He's too low. He's much too low.
2, 3. 2, 2. 2, 1.
I think it's thinning.
2,000 feet, sir.
Runway lights ahead, Skip. John, come out of the tail. Okie dokie. I'm putting her straight down. Hang on, chaps. Now let's hope to Christ there's nothing on the runway.
17 16 14 13
Oh my God. He's down.
Queer it should have happened here. It's right where the old runway used to be.
You remember it?
Watersham Airfield was a very busy place. 2 squadrons of Lancasters here. You wouldn't think so now.
No.
All gone.
Yes. Yes, it's all gone, hasn't it?
Can you do something about that elevator? It's handling like a brake.